What a morning. I did try to go to bed on time last night, but I got sidetracked by a deep dive into a special project. Just gonna tune for coherence here for a few minutes. One more. Wonderful. Sometimes just a little tuning makes everything better. I already feel better. Astra, what are you doing? Hey, hey, what are you doing, girl? She raced by me really quick. Okay, so today's animal card. What are you doing, girl? What do you see? Is crow. Crow. Spirituality, strong, creative, watchful. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and is a gift for seeing the unseen. Knowing the unknown, it is said that the crow holds within the mind's eye 3 realities: the past, the present, and the future. Crow energy is potent and should be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. When in balance, psychic, strong, and clear. When out of balance, grounded, hypersensitive. Bringing into balance is daily meditation practice. It's really funny. Crow is the card and the animal that I think of every single time I think of natural number 7s, because they have those questions that they ask. Is it good for me? Is it good for the world? Is it the right time? There's 4 questions, and I swear to goodness, I've never seen them written down anywhere, so I never remember them. So, and the crow holds within the mind's eye 3 realities: past, present, and future. I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay, so crow is our animal, guiding us on our magical journey today. Yes, yes. I have some exciting things today, so I'm excited to see what the cards bring. And we are starting with number 1 in the medicine heart, which is medicine circle. Medicine circle. Look at all the beautiful animals in that. We've got a lotus blossom. We've got a fox, a woman, a bear, and the birdies on the tree. Isn't that beautiful? An eagle and fish. I just love this card. The medicine circle protects you, holding you safe within sacred healing space. Within the circle, you can become clear within your heart and mind, and then ask the universe for signs and support. There is guidance for you to help you resolve a matter of concern and discover the divine pathway meant for you. The universe knows what you need and is leading you there, even now. Enter fully into your sacred healing journey, and you will recognize the gift, the guidance, and the way. Through diverse cultural expressions around the planet, the sacred circle, the medicine circle, is a symbol and a place for healing. It is a spiritual map for the maturation of the human soul in harmony with natural law and the soul's innate higher purpose. Medicine circle is the threshold into the divine abode, the dwelling place of the sacred from which the spiritual nourishment flows to empower the heart. Within all things, no matter how difficult or confusing, can be contained, processed, and liberated into a beneficial form. Without beginning or end, the circle teaches humanity the wisdom of cycles, and represents new phases arising from the old. It holds the power to contain the process, to liberate, and to create. Everything has within it divine potential to become a gift. Even that which may at first seem unwelcome, difficult, or confusing. Your soul needs sacred space to accomplish such transformational and medicinal magic. Sacred space gives your body and mind a chance to disengage from clinging or aversion and become neutral, open, and willing to understand from a higher perspective, and thus spiritually nourished. It allows for a more conscious, constructive, and creative approach to what is happening in your life. Let your heart be encircled by sacredness. There is no need for despair and every reason to hope for transformative beauty and invest in the power of the healing journey needed to provide it. Perfect. Okay, and then we have Kuan Yin today. Kuan Yin is the card 19, Holy Sisters. I am bringing, you the blessing of sacred connection and kindred spirits. You have the power to help others and are worthy of being helped too. You are the keeper of the wisdom of the heart, and you understand that there is no need for competition or comparison. There is more than enough for all who experience an abundance of blessings. You know that when the true spiritual success comes for one, the resources available for all only increase. Enjoy the sacred connection that I am sending your way. Nourish to be nourished as you gather in my name. It is a time to enhance your powerful and loving life path by joining ranks with like-minded people and supportive friends, not only for the physical world, but in the spiritual worlds too. If you have felt lonely, as if you are not quite found your soul tribe, the group to which you really feel you belong, then the oracle brings you comfort. You were on your way there. Don't be scared to let go of relationships you have outgrown, that cannot serve, or that restrict the flow of life, because they are fundamentally critical and exploitative. Instead, let go and be willing to open up to new people who hold less fear in their hearts and with whom you can share love more openly, generously, and freely. Spiritual worlds want to help you in so many ways so that you can live your best, happiest, and most fulfilled life journey. Will you allow them to assist you? You are encouraged to ask for help each day by saying aloud, Holy ones who love me unconditionally, please assist me in all ways. Thank you. Holy Sisters. Oh my goodness. So we have so many powerful cards today. So this one is about community. Holy Sisters is about community. And the Medicine Heart card is about circles of protection and growth and knowing your potential and connecting. And then the Crow is about a symbol of magic, past, present, and future. So what does this combine to say? Well, I think it's pretty straightforward. The magic is within you, and you're connected to all things, and we are connected as community. I think this is a pretty straightforward answer. I mean, this is real, guys. Like, this is where I get excited, because for me, this is like almost my life's purpose. So Crow is past, present, future. It is about the potentialities of balance, finding meditation, finding your connection to the universe. Medicine Heart is the sacred circle. It is the sacredness of sacred space, living a sacred life, being connected to things, being connected to the world, knowing how to take care of yourself, honoring your needs, honoring your spiritual needs, your physical needs, your all of the needs that you have. And the sisters, the Holy Sisters, is about community and finding those of like mind that you can connect with and that love you and that support you in your journey. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful set of cards. There is someone in my community that is in the hospital and has been very sick. And I know that the whole community is really working to send this person lots of love and care and compassion. And I think one of the things that when people do prayers for people who are ill, the gestalt really kind of happens when people let go of the ego and they let go of the fear. I used to work with, it was a volunteer thing, and I worked with a whole bunch of women, older women, who we went around to nursing homes and older folks' homes, and we did things like whatever they wanted, you know. I had one woman who wanted me to read the Quran, and I had one woman who wanted me to read the Bible, and I had one woman who wanted me to read romance novels. Interesting. I actually read Lord Byron to one lady for hours and hours and hours, and then there was another gentleman who I ended up reading the Iliad all the way through. It was actually the first time I had read the Iliad. And he passed away before he got to read the Odyssey because that was on his list. And, you know, when you go into places like that, and one of the things that I learned very quickly is I took my stones and my crystals and my healing hands and my grace and my place with them. And one of the things I learned from so many of the elderly people that I was helping is that they loved that I came in with my stones and my crystals, and they wanted to tell me their story. They wanted me to spend time with them. And, you know, the group of women that I went into, and this was during a time in my life where I was attending, several different Christian churches at the time, actually. And when we would do prayer, one of the things that I got over and over from the group that I was meeting with and the people that I met with, that I went to visit and became friends with, was that prayer and sending prayers to heaven for those that are not feeling well, was that the ones that said they felt it said that the prayers always started with, I'm giving it up to God. I'm giving it up. I'm giving all of this into God's hands. And in that, I am sending that, any fear, any of that other stuff, I'm sending it up to God and I'm letting God take it. And in many religious practices around the world, they talk about that. They talk about giving the fear up to God, or, you know, I think ultimately what the phrasing does is it helps you framework the idea that if you're going to send energy to someone that doesn't feel good or is sick or ill, you have to allow the fear to wash away. You have to let your ego wash it away. You have to let the person that you are intending to send the prayer or the positivity to or the healing energy to, you have to allow them the choice to take it or not. You can't just shove a whole bunch of positive energy at someone and first off expect them to take it, B, expect them to know what to do with it, and C, it can't be attached to your fear. Because at that point, you're not sending anything. You're reaching out with your energy potentiality and you're slamming them upside the head with your intention. And there are people who have these very natural shields. I will use a natural number 8 that I know as an example. This natural number 8 has, well, natural number 8 seem to be the only ones that I know of that have 100% the most natural shield you can come across. And I used to think that, well, I'm still gathering data. How about we do it that way? I don't know if the ones that, I don't know what their natural number is, if they have natural shields. I do have some clients that have natural shields, but I don't know what their natural numbers are. So if you're out there, let me know who you are, and maybe there are other natural numbers that's not where the shielding comes from. It just comes from their gifts, and that's cool too. But there's a natural number 8 that I know, and she asked me once to send her some energy, and so I did. And then we had a conversation, and she was like, you know, I didn't want to say this, but I didn't really feel anything afterwards. And I went, oh, well, my question is, did you allow it in? And she looked at me, blank look, what do you mean? And I went, you know, you have to allow the energy to come in when you're shielded like that. And she was like, oh, is that what that was? And she said it felt kind of like a knocking on the door, right? So if you are someone who's praying for someone or wanting to send somebody good energy, remember that the person you're sending it to needs to allow it in. There needs to be a choice of acceptance. So if you're just throwing energy at somebody, I want you to be healed, I want you to be healed, I want you to be healed, you know, like you're just shoving it at them. If they have, you know, warrior life themes, if they are entities that are very strong in their natural form, if they're extraordinarily energy sensitive and you're just throwing energy at them, they might shield up. You know, their natural shield might come into play and you're not going to get through. So intention's great, but you also, there's two things. If you're giving it up, and I mean giving it up as in giving up your fear, your attachment, your connections to that person, if you let go of that and say, we're going to follow the cards today. So if you say past, present, and future, the acceptance of balance in myself, if I accept that we are all connected and that there's a wheel, and then I can let go of my fear, I can open my consciousness, I can let go of whatever attachments I have to whomever I'm sending this energy to. If I can say, I let it go with grace, whatever will be, I accept that this is your choice. I accept our connection through the wheel, our connection and community. If you can let all of that go and then set the intention for, I am sending healing with the blessings of the universe, the love that connects us all as community within the wheel, within the medicine wheel. And if you can offer it as a gift. So when you're sending energy, you're offering it as a gift. I will often in texts to people who I've known, like when I say sending love, it's generally just, I send heartfelt appreciation and love and connection for them having reached out to me. I don't go any further than that because I will text or I will call or I will ask, is it okay if I send you a little bit of energy? And it's really important that, oh, hi, Elizabeth. Yeah, I definitely have to conscientiously write individual permissions into letting people's energy in. Yes, you are a very good example of somebody who's very aware of when people are trying to send you stuff, right? So if I'm texting someone or somebody's having a hard day, and I have a lot of clients that reach out because this is part of my practice. I want my clients to reach out. I want the people that I work with to reach out and share, you know, I'm having a great day, I'm having a bad day, or whatever. And sometimes they just need to vent. They don't want me to send them energy. I might say sending love, and that's it. That's all they get, right? Because that's all they want. They just want to know they're heard. And then if I'm going to send them energy, intentionally, like they're asking, I'm depleted, I need more. Sometimes it's, can I talk to you? Sometimes I don't have the time to talk. Sometimes it has to be like a scheduled appointment. Also because the issue might be really big. But the other side of that is I try to text back with, is it okay if I send you energy? And when I do that, I'm very intentional with letting all of the attachments of whatever it is that they've shared, whatever it is that they're going through, I put my ego, my attachment to the situation aside, and I let the energy flow, and I let anything that has to do with me in the meat suit go. And I go back to, we are connected. We're connected by the wheel. We're connected by, we're connected by the wheel. We're connected as community. We need each other. We all need each other. Nobody is supposed to be alone. And in that connection, it's like an offering. I think of it very much like there's an offering bowl on the altar of the world, and I just fill it with a little bit of energy and I offer it. And that person can choose to take it, and that person can choose to reject that energy. I mean, I have had clients that it's been bad enough where I offer it out and I can really feel where their gifts like grab hold of that energy and they try getting more. Because when you're so depleted and you feel so not heard and you're not in a good place, sometimes a little energy is like candy and you want more. And it's my responsibility to know that that's what's happening, that they're not, oh my goodness, I can't tell you how many times I have had classes where I've had to talk about understanding the difference between an energy vampire, right? Somebody who's just sucking the life force out of you, and energy sensitives that are just very aware of the energy around them and are not intentionally sucking more to be an energy vampire. They're not living off of that because they want to. They are so depleted and they are so down and they don't know how to manage their own energy that they can feel like an energy vampire, not because they intend to be, okay? I feel like energy vampires kind of go into that direction of the sociopath. Like, energy vampires are intentionally energy vampires. But we all have energy around us, and how you are responsible in managing your gifts, whether you be energy sensitive, empathic, earth sense, or a combination of all three, or two of the three, or however it manifests in you. It's your responsibility to manage what your energy is. And I used to be really, really sensitive around energy sensitive or energy vampires. I used to really, like, I guess the word I'm looking for is I would navigate my world to avoid them. And it occurred to me one day, and I don't remember when it was, maybe about a decade ago. So not very long in the sphere of the world. It occurred to me, I don't remember where I was out somewhere. And there was a young lady who, just the sweetest thing, and she was sucking energy out of the air around us. And she was just so depleted. Her life force was depleted, her energy, her emotions. She was just sucking the life out of everybody. And she wasn't a wet blanket. Like, it wasn't like she was the one person that was depressed. She was bubbly, she was energetic, she was just a sweetheart, but she was also sucking all of the energy out of the room to maintain that. And it occurred to me in that moment that some of the tools that I've used for years as a teacher, I could just turn it off. And I went, okay. So I turned the faucet off on my end from her. It doesn't mean I removed myself from the space. I just turned the faucet off. And it was very interesting. Over the space of like 20 minutes, she quit. She wouldn't come anywhere near me. And it's not like I'd said something to offend her. Like, there was There was nothing on the outside that said, oh my God, Red doesn't want to hang around me. Red doesn't like me. Red's mad at me, or I don't like Red. She's pissed me off. She offended me. Like, there was nothing, but she energetically, like, as an energy vampire, or as somebody who was using energy like an energy vampire, she figured out she couldn't get anything from me. So there was no point in, like, being anywhere close to me because I couldn't give her what she had learned to use to navigate the world. And at the end of whatever that event was, I went home and I had some pretty profound dreams and kind of, yes, I did. Some pretty profound dreams, and my guides were like, hey, you finally figured it out, teach. It was kind of like, yeah, I've been teaching this for a while, but I hadn't figured out how to do the teaching thing. And then I realized, wait a minute, yes, I have been doing it as a teacher for decades, but I had not done it in my regular world in a way that clicked. At least not with intention and not consistently. Like, I think I was probably doing it off and on, especially like if I'd go out to bars and go dancing when I was younger. Like, I'm pretty sure I was doing it, but I don't remember having the intention. And ever since then, I've told people over and over and over again, you have the power to navigate the world with your gifts, no matter what your gifts are, where you can hold your space and you can do it without it being verbally or physically separate from other people. So I think Crow meditation, what is past, present, future, is real, the magic, the healing energy of the circle, knowing our connectedness, knowing it's important, and the Holy Sisters, our connection to each other. Okay, my lovelies, I'm going to do one more coherence with the fork. If anybody has any questions, I think there's 3 people on today. I don't know who that is. So I see Elizabeth. If anybody else wants to say hi? I know, right? Does it feel good? Yes, it does. Her eyes get soft. She's like, oh, I like the tuning fork. She didn't like this one when I first got it. She was like, I don't know about that one. But she likes it now. Hi, Charlie. It's good to see you. Yes. I see Charlie, and Astra goes, where? She's on the phone. She's on the internets. Just breathe with the coherence of the tuning fork. Say in your mind, say out loud, I love me. I am enough. And there's the end. Okay. Well, you both have a beautiful day, and anybody watching this later, have a beautiful, blessed day, and I will see you in prayer. Blessed be.